ब्रैम्पटन के मेयर पैट्रिक ब्राउन ने ब्रैम्पटन के अंदर कोरोना वायरस की हफ्तावारी बारे अपडेट दी है। सब तो पहला मेयर ने प्रोविंशियल और फैडरल सरकार वालों दी गई फंडिंग बारे जानकारी दी। उन्होंने कहा कि म्यूनसिपैलिटीज मिनिस्टर ने नगर पालिकावां लई वाधू फंडिंग का ऐलान किया है। उन्होंने दस्सिया कि अजिहा बेहद जरूरी सी क्योंकि बहुत सारे म्यूनसिपल कामे हेल्थ वर्कर फ्रंटलाइन वर्कर सारे इस दौर विच जान नूं जोखम विच पा के काम कर रहे हैं।
The first thing I wanted to mention today is I'm encouraged by the relief funding that was announced earlier today by the federal and provincial governments. Steve Clark, our Minister of Municipal Affairs, announced that the cities hardest hit by COVID-19 will be getting additional funding. And that's integral because our workers, our municipal workers, are on the front lines, from first responders to public health workers to transit operators. Many of them have taken on enhanced risk, and to be able to maintain their budgets, to keep them safe through additional PPE, that Safe Start agreement was so important. I can tell you that Brampton will be receiving $27 million in relief in 2021 through the federal provincial Safe Restart agreement. And I'm proud to say that as we exit 2020, our city's finances are intact because of this support from our federal and provincial partners, and we're looking towards 2021. Our budget passed, and for the third consecutive time, there'll be no tax increase in Brampton. The last thing we wanted to do was to put an unnecessary burden on the backs of residents who have been hit so hard already during this pandemic. So that's good news for Brampton residents. I wanted to speak briefly about vaccines. I know I've heard some concerns from residents watching on television as vaccines rolled out in Ottawa and Toronto, areas that have not had the same positivity rate, have not been hit as hard as the city of Brampton. I want residents to be confident that the rollout is coming to Brampton very shortly. I've been assured by provincial officials that next week we're going to see the rollout of vaccines in Peel Region at Brampton Civic, and I know that immunization program is critical for vulnerable members of our community. And I'm heartened to hear from provincial officials. I spoke to the Premier directly that there'll be special attention paid to the areas that are currently under lockdown, like Brampton. And so I'm looking forward to those first vaccines being administered next week at Brampton Civic. It'll be a great day for our community, given how hard this pandemic has been. I wanted to share an update about bylaw enforcement.